What's going on, guys? Awesome back, and today I'm going to be telling you guys how to win more gunfights in Rainbow Six Siege. I'm going to break this down into 5 parts because for all you guys who think winning gunfights is strictly on aim, sometimes it is, but most of the time it's not actually. It's going to be broken down into different parts where, if you can, follow and do some of these things that I'm about to tell you better than the other person, they might just die, even if, you're a copper and the other dude's a champion. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, so the first thing that is going to help you win more gunfights in Siege is going to be your positioning. You want to have good positioning and improve your positioning that you have already at this point. So what I mean by that, right, and here, hold on, let me shoot this. So what I mean by that, right, is it's basically when you take gunfights where you're positioned. You don't want to be positioned bad or you're going to already be at a disadvantage in the gunfight, right? So let's say someone is attacking from this window and you're taking a gunfight from right here, from that master window. If you are positioned here, this is an example of bad positioning. If you are, positioning yourself here to fight somebody on this window, you are already at a disadvantage and this is bad positioning. So why this is firstly, if we look from the attacker perspective, they can see basically all of your body, and this is, you have no cover, nothing to play off of, nothing to quick peek off of, nothing. You literally are just here. So if they, do one quick peek and they see you are just vulnerable like this, they're just going to pre-fire and you're going to be dead, right? Also, right, if you're playing right here, you are also exposed to this window over here and to a line of sight that is easily, a teammate or just the guy in this window can go over and kill you from. So this is an example of bad positioning. You never want to position yourself like this, because positioning yourself like this, like I said, is just putting you at a straight disadvantage. It is almost going to be impossible to win this gunfight, or not impossible, but it's going to just, you don't want to be here, basically, is what I'm saying. A better spot and what would be a good positioning in this gunfight, obviously, this is just an example. You can probably position yourself a lot of ways inside the site. But what comes to my mind first is playing behind this mattress right here, right? Because in this position, you are not exposed to this window. You're not vulnerable from head to toe. And you're going to have this mattress to help you, play off of. So quick peek off of, pre-fire off of, whatever you want to do. So that is, kind of the basis of it. Basically, it's just you don't want to expose yourself to too many angles. You want to put yourself in a better position to win that exchange and that gunfight. So yeah, that is the first thing. All right, so the second thing I have for you guys is crosshair placement. Crosshair placement, you probably heard people talk about this a million times, but seriously, if you want to win more gunfights, you're going to be needing to aim, for the head. You need to aim for the head. Siege, obviously, you guys play the game, so it is one shot headshot. Everybody knows that, and that is why you need good crosshair placement, right? Because let's say, someone's holding this door, right? And you're trying to, the defender is holding this door and you're attacking, right? You're attacking from cash over there, and there's a defender holding this bedroom door. If you come out, he's on that door, and you come out pre-firing even, and you're just aiming down here, literally, there's almost no way you can win this gunfight if he is aiming at your head and has good crosshair placement. There's no way you can win this, and basically it just goes like that for every fight. I mean, if you're aiming at the feet, you're going to have a less of a chance to win the fight, but if you, if you have good crosshair placement and you're aiming for the head, right? You're aiming head level here, and you pre-fire off of this, you have a way higher chance to kill this guy, and that goes for any gunfight you're taking. So crosshair placement, we'll do quickly, is just, you need to be aiming for the head. Obviously, you can aim for the body if they're like one shot. There's certain situations where you don't necessarily need to aim for the head, but basically 9 times out of 10, you're going to want to be aiming at the head. And, just literally just practice this. If you're looking at the floor, aiming down there, fix your crosshair placement. Let's get on to the next one. So the third thing I have for you guys is you want to be holding angles and utilizing the scope you have on. So what I mean utilizing the scope to go along with, holding angles, is if you have the ACOG, you want to be utilizing this while holding angles. So basically I'm going to be talking about holding angles in this, but also I'm going to be talking about, utilizing the scopes you have with these angles that you're holding, right? So, obviously, let's say we're, defending cash CC. Holding angles like this is going to be so beneficial, especially, like I said, utilizing your scope. This is a really great way to get, easy kills, because when they're walking up, obviously, I'm sure all of you guys have tried to walk up this garage. There's so many angles that you're exposed to, so you're constantly kind of looking around, you're a little bit flustered. But if you're holding an angle like this is one of probably the last places they'll look and see you. So this is like free kills, right? And that can go along for any map. So holding angles, long ones like that, are going to get you a lot of kills and just spare you, the time of them fighting back in the gunfight. So yeah, that basically is what I mean by utilizing your scope, right? So if I'm talking more about holding angles, long ones like that, that's like a example of like a long angle you would hold utilizing your ACOG, right? So this is an example, it doesn't even have to be an ACOG. This could be a one times. You could do the one times up there, Scope doesn't really matter. It just matters about your crosshair placement, whatever you're doing, holding the angle. But this is an example of holding a angle. So you're holding a tight angle on this door, right? On this oil pit. So the oil pit drop, when people try to push down into blue, right? They're going to be, literally just met here. And if you were holding this and they, pop even the smallest part of their head, right? You can just shoot and they're most likely going to die. You're going to tag them, whatever. And then if you are only doing damage, it's going to make up, that damage is going to add up in the later gunfight that you take. You could swing out, whatever, you know what I mean? But holding long angles like this, especially, is going to make your life so much easier. I don't know why people don't do this more, especially if you have the ACOG. Obviously, you can hold this with one times. You can hold any angle with one times. But angles like this, where they're kind of farther, if you have an ACOG and you hold this tightly, there's you are, I'm not saying unkillable, but 99% of the time you're good here. Like, they're not gonna be able to hit you because you're gonna be this small speck that's like crouched, standing up, whatever, like proning, whatever. You're a small speck. It's gonna be hard to kill you if you're holding such a tight angle. Obviously, if you're holding an angle out here, then you are way more killable. But if you can start holding tight angles, it's gonna help you so much more in these gunfights. And I can tell you, it is definitely, this is an immediate impact one that is gonna help you win a lot more gunfights. All right, so the fourth thing I have for you guys is you want to play off of different things in this game. And what I mean different things, I'm mainly talking about sound, utility, and your teammates. Those are the big three things that you want to be playing off of in, gunfights and just in this game in general, because it's going to make your life a lot easier if you can, play off of these and maximize them, right? So before I get into any of this, especially this is for the sound bit, just a little disclaimer. If you are not on night mode, I would highly suggest switching to night mode. Basically, what it does is it makes things like gunshots and things that are super loud quieter, and it makes the things that are quieter, like footsteps and stuff like that, way louder. So basically everything's on an even playing field. I just think it lets you like hear everything better, like the game, hear footsteps, hear where people are rotating and stuff like that. Game sounds that you need better. So I would highly suggest switching to night mode. But back to the point, you want to be playing off of sound, utility, and your teammates. Firstly, I'm going to highlight playing off sound and utility. So I am Doc. I put down barbed wire at the bottom of these stairs. This is the example, right? We're holding cash CC. You're tasked with the, job of holding down red stairs. Obviously this is an important point that you need to hold in the map. So what a lot of people will do, well, they will just hold it like this angle, like this the whole round, right? And the problem with this is super common. So like literally an attacker could just come and swing out and pre-fire you, right? Without you even getting a chance to, react. How you can use and play off of things like sound and utility is okay, hold on. If you don't even hold an angle and you just sit behind here and you wait for the sound and your utility to do the work for you to play off of, it will make your whole life a lot easier. So say you are playing like this, you want to play like this, you want to play behind something, not hold the angle directly, but be by the angle. You can, aim in so you're ready to swing out or whatever. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, you don't want to be holding that angle directly. What you want to do, and how you play off sound and utility right, is you want to wait for this defender to either activate this barbed wire, because then that they're you know at the bottom of these stairs, touching them, threatening to go up, or you want to wait till you hear the noise of them punching it, because especially when they're punching it, that's going to be your key, chance to attack or whatever. So when you hear that noise of them, ruffling the barbed wire or punching it, that's when you come out and you pre-fire. You know what I mean? So like, because that is going to allow you to put yourself in not in harm's way, when especially like, instead of holding this where you're just kind of like in the open, if you play behind here and you just pre-fire them once they activate this barbed wire and you hear it, this is going to be free kills. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's always the chance they have a teammate back there, but if you don't swing out too much and you kind of swing out a little bit, you can get those kills easy, and that works for anything, right? Playing off sound, like playing off rotations that you hear, or like if you hear someone crouch, aiming down, you're where you're aiming. If you hear them prone, obviously, like looking at the floor, things like that. Play off of what you hear. Hearing is so vital in this game that you need, like, if you hear something, you better react to it and adapt to what you're hearing, right? And the same thing goes with gadgets. That can be, on defense, you got things like trap operators. So like playing off of when you hear someone hit a lesion and pressuring them, because they're going to have to take the goo dart out. So if you swing them, they're going to be all flustered because they're going to be taking damage, wanting to take the goo dart out. You swing them, they're bamboozled. You play off thorn traps when you hear those going, frost traps, anything, proximities especially. But yeah, playing off, utility and sound, I think is a lot easier than playing off of your teammates. But sound and utility, I think is pretty, I think it's pretty like you should know. Yeah, like it's common sense. But yeah, that is it. And then basically what I mean, the last one for playing off of your teammates, is like things like refrags or callouts, especially. Like, come on, like listen to your teammates. If you see a ping where a guy is, pre-fire it. You know what I mean? Play off of the ping, play off of your teammate there. If somebody, let's say you're attacking, right? And your teammate throws a candela in this room and he runs in, run in with him, double up. You know what I mean? Play off that candela, clear out this room, so then you guys can, move closer to site if it's gym, bedroom. And then, lastly, I will talk about refragging. If you don't know what refragging is, basically, if your teammate, comes up to this door and they die from, bedroom, right? Or bathroom, my bad. Bathroom stall, right? And they died from there, or not even if you knew, you just know the general direction. Say they die, you're right behind them, and you just swing out and you basically kill the other person. Basically, that's a refrag. It's just getting your kill back and killing the person that just killed your teammate. It's really, beneficial. It's like a thing in Pro League, obviously, that they use all the time, just in like high elos, like that's what you want to do. Play off of your teammates, double up with them on angles when you're swinging them, you're pushing into sights, stuff like that. So that is, that's it for playing off of different things. Just play off the three things: sound, utility, your teammates. You're going to win more gunfights. All right, so for the last thing I have for you, this is, listen up, because this is the most important thing. None of what I told you, none of what you use is gonna, work and be able to be applied if you don't follow this, tip that I have for you. Stay confident. That is it. That is one of the ways that, like, the biggest way that you're gonna win gunfights better. If you are not confident in yourself and your abilities to, apply these things and just literally just aiming your gun and killing the other person, you are going to, just not kill them. Like, it's going to make you worse. Your mindset's going to be worse. Everything like that. Your aim, like, not being confident in this game is like basically just a death wish. You know what I mean? Play with confidence, man. Like, you're good. Even if you're playing bad, you know what I mean? Like, just remember, stay calm, stuff like that. But yeah, make sure you guys are confident, because if you guys aren't confident, nothing that, like, I talked about, or nothing, like, all of that is thrown out the window, right? Stay confident. You got this, like, win your gunfights. Take them with confidence. Be calm, cool, collected. And yeah, that's it. All right, so that's going to be all for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. My Twitch is also down and linked in the description if you want to follow. I stream like at night pretty much every night. So yeah. Make sure you guys are using these 5 tips, especially the last one. Obviously, I've taken this from like my personal experience playing the game. I think these are the biggest things that you guys need to be using in your ranked games to help you, get your KD up, get more kills, help your team out, and win more gunfights. So yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, again, hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.